This is Joe and we rise up from England. And you're listening to The
Roosta Show!
Choosing Roosta Show. This is your host, Rooster Jones, here with a special band today, Templars. We're going to have Carl Templar, and already had Phil on it, but that was for his other project. So today we have Carl, the leader of this pack. They've been around since 1991, and we'll find out if they have anything in store for us for the future.
There we are.
Hello, how are you doing?
Good, how are you?
Wonderful, Carl. Welcome to the Rooster Show. I appreciate having you.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is awesome. You're a very highly respected young man.
I don't know about young man.
Hey, man, us old people got to call each other young, man. I'm 53.
The same here.
You're same? 53? Wow, that's good. 53. We both look amazing for our age.
I know.
All right.
Well, ain't easy.
What was that, sir?
I said getting old ain't easy.
No, it's not. No, it's definitely taking a toll on my body, definitely. Well, you're in New York City, huh? Awesome. Well, welcome. That's awesome.
Thank you.
So the Templar has been around since 1991? Is that correct?
1990.
1990. Okay. That's awesome. And so was like Phil, one of your original members, Phil Templar, obviously.
It was Phil and I.
Okay. Yeah. How did it get started?
Yeah, so it was Phil and I. We had a mutual friend. We kind of lived really close to each other, but we went to different schools growing up. And I had someone tell me, hey, there's this guy listens to the same music as you do. I'm like, oh, yeah? So he introduced us, and didn't see each other for a little while after that first introduction, but I ran into him on campus of a community college, and he's like, hey, I remember you. We started hanging out, and he said he played drums, and I was like, we should get a band going. And there was another friend of ours who also hanging out in the same like cafeteria of the community college, and it was Don Gurley. So he came on as bass player, and that was the beginning.
That's awesome. I heard your name came from Knights Templar. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Oh, that's crazy. What got you to want to use that as your name? What was fascinating about that? Tell me about that.
Phil's the one who came up with the idea because we're both
Ah,
kind of history buffs, and I was like, yeah, that'd be kind of cool because we can kind of play with the night imagery stuff, and it's stuck.
yeah, you can actually. That's great. Yeah, but especially I mean, when it comes to doing designing as well. I mean, I've noticed some other bands that have done medieval type of stuff. Yeah, I mean that I've interviewed already, and I think it turned out great. I mean, how with Oi and I don't know, it just for some reason it fit
Yeah.
that medieval type of look. This really fit the
Yeah.
sound. I thought it was great. So you're a history buff, huh? That's awesome. It's good. Good for you. Good for you. So what got you into wanting to do music, to write music?
Um, I started playing music in my teens,
Okay.
and at first, I was more of an artist. I did a lot of drawing and cartoon stuff, so I
Yeah.
always had a creative outlet, and I need a creative outlet.
Yeah,
So
definitely.
transition from art, like hand art, like drawing and stuff, kind of transitioned into writing music, and then just kind of went with that because it was fulfilling that need to be creative. And
Well, yeah, if you don't get what's inside out, it could turn bad. It could turn ugly. I
yeah.
mean, there's a lot of crap that builds up through all these years, with life, the ups and downs with life. It's just, and including with politics, including with everything. I mean, it's maddening. If you don't
Yes.
have an outlet, it can really mess you up. I mean, so the fact that you have an outlet like that, yes, that's awesome. Drawing
I
is,
think everybody,
I got into painting a little bit myself.
yeah, I think everybody needs one, a creative outlet, and two, a physical outlet.
Oh,
You got
okay.
to do something, got to keep your body moving.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah, you
You're
do.
gonna age really quick.
Yes, I noticed that. I noticed that with my own body.
Mhm.
I looked, I had to take some time off of work because I injured my finger. I hit it with a hammer, knocked the whole tip of my
I've done
finger
that.
off. Yeah. So as I'm a framer, and it hurt really bad. Yeah, it sucked. But it's sad because it's my guitar playing hand. Yeah, my little
All
guy
right.
here. And it's just won't. I can only get to like 60 degrees bend. That's all I can do. So I can't even do all the little chords at the top, D, G, B. I I could do modified versions of them, but mostly bar chords and power chords. I love writing music,
Mhm.
and I've noticed that what I kind of got myself away from it because a little bit because it was getting depressing, having an injury because it happened 3 years ago that this happened, my injury, and then I just kept working. I didn't, I'm just you gotta keep working. You can't stop. Uh, and so I just kept working and working, and eventually my doctor's like, "Dude, you have a torn tendon, man, ligament, or whatever." And so you get it fixed, and then it was like 8 months past that. Now it's already been 9 months that I've been off work.
Mhm.
So yeah, like you said, gotta stay busy, and now I got a gut. So sitting around the house, man, eating and not doing nothing, watching TV. I think I caught up on every movie up to date now. I mean, I think I've watched every movie ever made. So is the Templars still around, or are you guys doing anything or anymore?
Yeah, we've been busy. I feel like we got shows lined up every month. Have been for the past year, I think.
Okay. Okay,
So
wonderful. So you
we're
have
busy.
some new stuff in the works as far as an album?
We just released a split with Castillo,
Okay. Oh yeah.
and
Okay. Yes, it does. It does.
Free Time.
Yes, it does. Well, good for you though. Having a family and taking care of them is priority no matter what.
Hmm.
And I know this Templars is your other family, and the scene, and so glad that you're still doing stuff. I did see that. I did notice that you did something with Castillo. That's awesome.
I lost you.
We keep freezing up.
That's all right.
Yeah, so don't worry. I'll edit those little parts
Yeah, it
out.
says low band.
Low bandwidth. Yeah, I don't
Okay.
know. Anyways, it happens. Wi-Fi is internet's our enemy and it's our best friend at the same time.
Right. I'm relying on it.
Yeah, no duh. Anyway, so you guys are doing some shows, you said, and all that as well coming up.
Yeah, we got quite a few shows lined up. Hopefully I'll get some more music done. I got those 5 songs I mentioned.
Yeah,
And
of course.
hopefully maybe start working on another full-length album. But that's kind of a big undertaking now that Phil lives in Spain.
So it'll probably be a different lineup.
No, it'll be the same lineup. I just have to arrange some way where like Phil and I could meet, and I could record his drums, and I can do everything else later on.
Awesome. Good. Okay, tell me about this, about the buckle. Is that still in print? I mean, do you still get it, or is it out of print? Was it a limited edition thing?
A friend of ours. A friend of ours in San Francisco made them, and he made a very limited number of them. And that was it.
It's pretty darn cool. Good for you.
Yeah.
That's all. It's good stuff. So now, what attracted you to the oi scene?
I grew up kind of with punk rock because I was born in '72. And as a kid, I remember seeing Rock and Roll High School, and I was like,
Yeah,
I like this stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was also a big Kiss fan. Like, I like rock music, and but the Ramones, I was like, hey, they have the same haircut that I do,
Yeah. Didn't that have
it was
Bowser
fast.
in it? Rock and Roll High School had Bowser
Yeah.
with that big mouth. Yeah, I can't remember what he did. Bowser though, that guy was funny. Yeah, I love that scene. That whole, remember that Laverne and Shirley, with one of those 2 cats, man. They were so funny, dude. Lenny and Squiggy, you remember that? Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think they were in Rock and Roll High School, if I remember correctly, as well. I thought they came on as like little guest appearance, and just came on, with when they were all dancing on the stage and stuff, and yeah, that was fun times. I think the Ramones, I mean, just amazing, and so many people say from different genres too that say that they're one of the most, their major influence was the Ramones. I mean, it's like worldwide. I mean, all over people were saying that. It's amazing. I love the fact how they only have a couple songs that play lead. It's like all just raw. It's just in your face raw. And it's the thing I like about you guys is your music has that maybe a lower quality sound of punk rock, which is what I love. It's that more edgy. I think that's where I don't know. That's where it hits me the most. That's where I'm used to. And so, I mean,
I don't even know if that's intentional.
You did do it intentional, huh?
Well, I had some recording equipment that I was teaching myself how to use. So
yeah,
that's just kind of what we went with. I was like, oh, that sounds good enough.
Yeah, it does. It's effective.
Kept going.
That's
I've
awesome.
updated my equipment since then, but
it's going to be the same
raw.
sound though.
Well,
Just a lot
it'll be still
better.
kind of raw. A little better, maybe.
Is that funny? You want to buy better equipment, but still does sound more raw. You know what I mean? Is that kind of funny?
Uh-huh.
I don't know. The way
Because
we think as humans.
we did those two albums in a real studio, Omnidatum Optimum and Horns of Hatin.
Yes.
Because GMM brought us down to Atlanta, and we went to Baco Studios, and which most of the GMM bands I think recorded in. But the sound was very different
Huh.
compared to their other stuff, and some people like that, some people don't.
Huh. Interesting. Yeah. I mean, there's not, I'm not saying that that's the only sound I like. There's, I mean, I just like music to be, play from the heart, and have a solid impact that lyrically wise, like lyrically wise for you guys. What are you trying to say in Templars?
Um, I
If
mean,
no one's ever heard of you before,
it,
how would you sell yourself? How about
uh,
that?
as far as like lyrics and message stuff like that,
Yeah, yeah.
it's I would say it's just about life, you know, daily struggles, good times, bad times, life isn't, just a flat line. It's got ups and downs
Yes, it does.
and sometimes music helps you through the hard times. And, and even in the good times, you got memories of the music from that time, it
Hmm.
helps you get by.
That's right. Music is healing, definitely, for the artist and for the people listening.
Yes.
That's the good thing about it. I mean, like you said, like I said in my last interview right before this, a sponge could only absorb so much until it needs to be wrung out. I mean, we can only hold so much inside us. I mean, and sometimes it's hard to get it out on paper or get it
Yes.
out on, and how to get the right sound through the guitar and this and that to get that right emotion that you're trying to get at that's inside your head,
Right.
but and it can get kind of frustrating at times actually. I mean, I still have like good few dozen songs that I have not done nothing with that I'm still struggling with on how to try to get it out right, and so it can be a little frustrating because musicians need a way to vent, like you said, through art, and through drawings, through, like the guy named Nanu. Namu is his name, I think, who does art for a bunch of punk rockers and stuff. Yeah, I mean, he has his little avenue, and he does his part for the scene, and helping out. We all need that little avenue, and if we don't do it, then that's what I said earlier. It'll start eating up, life will just start eating you up. It's one way of controlling life, and it's also another way of controlling how we react to things, and keeping depression under control and everything else in life. I mean, I struggle with depression. I know that bad. I'm a massive depressant, so um
But
but
recording is interesting though because it's hit or miss sometimes because you have an idea in your head and sometimes it doesn't come out the way you expected it, and sometimes it's better than you expected, sometimes it's worse, and you're like frustrated because you can't you know get it the way that you want it, and you can redo it over and over and it's just not going to come out the way you want it.
like beating a dead horse.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, hate that. But yeah, you're right though. Sometimes it comes out better.
Yeah.
I mean, like, wow, I didn't really look at it this way.
Mm-hmm.
So yes, you're absolutely right about that. And those are good experiences. But when you can't get it right, it gets seriously frustrating. Um, so you said you have like about 5 tracks or so that you have probably for an EP. Are you thinking about a vinyl? Or are you thinking about doing them on
I
CDs or what?
We might do a couple splits with a couple bands, and then at some point get together and just start thinking about an album.
Okay, awesome.
The tracks that I have now, I think will probably just be on splits or something. they're kind of old at this point.
Oh, you don't
So,
want to know how old some of my songs are, boy. I have some that are like back in 1989 and stuff. It's like I still haven't even done a couple of those songs yet. I'm like, and they're good ones too, man. And I don't know why I've been holding off for so long, but oh well. That's the way
mhm,
life is, man. Life sometimes feeds you freaking lemons, you know.
mhm.
Life is tough, man. I mean,
Yeah.
if we didn't have each other in the scene to count on, I mean, and then music as an outlet, boy, we'd be hurting. Um,
Yeah.
I know. It's nice about the scene though, about the oi scene. There's a lot of and the punks as well, because I mean now there's that unity between the both that was old school, man. Back in the day, that's the way it was. I mean, punks and skins and goths all at the same show, you know, and then
Mhm,
but and then it just started like they separated. No, you're going to a skin show, or you're going to a punk show, or you're going to a goth show, and I mean, there's no one integrated in it. You just see nothing but people in black at the goth show. No punks, no nothing. But now it's changed again. And it's back to what it's supposed to be. I think a lot more unity, and a lot more understanding for each other, and respect for each other. And
mhm.
so, how do you feel about that?
I agree. It's nice to play shows too that are a mix of punk bands, oi bands, and
Yeah,
even like ska bands, just because it brings everyone together.
yeah.
It's
Hey, so
when we started, we play shows with Oxblood and Casualties, or Blank 77 and Little
wow,
Kidney, and then there'd also be like Inspector Seven or like a ska band playing too. So it was just normal to have other bands or hardcore bands playing with us, and
yeah,
a nice variety.
yes, yeah. That does it does make a nice Friday. What do you think about? I mean, I like Phil. Okay, real quick, let's go talk about Phil real quick. Phil Templar. He
Mhm.
has that goth band
No,
before
it's
before the
Perry.
dawn, huh?
Perry. That's
Perry,
Perry.
duh. Yeah, duh, Perry, duh.
Mhm.
I always get the P words wrong. I don't know why. I am so dyslexic. Anyways, yeah, Perry, duh. Come on now. Come on. I had him on the show not that long ago. I like that. I love that dude.
Mhm.
He's such a down to earth guy. The bassist, not the
Mhm.
not the drummer. Yeah, the
Yeah.
bassist guy.
Mhm.
Anyways, so yes. Yeah, I like his new project though. Boy, that was really cool before the dawn. I dig it.
Mhm.
How do you feel about other genres like that? Are you much into other genres like that?
Oh yeah, I listen to a pretty wide variety of stuff. I listen to weird folk music, and
Oh,
now that
that's
I'm in
good.
Tennessee, I country music. I like classical, but I'd say like my everyday stuff, I like something a little heavier. So it's usually some kind of punk or metal what I'm listening to.
Oh. What kind of drove you towards Templar type style? What was some of your earlier influences?
Um, I mean, I always wanted to sound like Pete Townsend, like that guitar sound.
Yeah,
So that and the Jam and so a lot of those early punk bands, they just had this really crisp treble kind of sounding guitar. I think they were all
yeah,
influenced by the too.
yeah,
You can hear it in the Clash, like some of their guitar stuff. It's Pete Townsend style,
yeah.
you know,
That's
riffs. So,
awesome.
but that's what I was going for, kind of, but more of a raw punk feel to it.
Yeah, of course. Wonderful, wonderful, man. So cool, man. You're a family man, huh? Said you're a family man, and
Yes,
so this is that's
married, got
good.
2 kids, a lot of work.
Yeah, they are. I got a 25-year-old. Yeah, they're a lot of work. Thank you. I don't know why it's free. I don't know why it's freezing. I know it's not over here. We got new internet.
Yeah, it's probably mine.
Not trying to point fingers. I'm just joking. Anyways, man, it happens. Internet happens. Anyway, so
Yeah.
that's
So
good. So
I missed what you just said. 'Cause it was,
and so you're also a guitarist, you said, right? Besides just vocals.
yeah, I do guitar and vocals.
So
And
how long you been playing guitar?
since I was about 16, I think, started really kind of teaching myself how to play. I had played earlier, when I was maybe 13, 14, but I didn't really know what I was doing. And then when I was 16, I had more of the mental ability to,
To grasp what the
pick
hell you
stuff
were
up.
doing. Yeah, I get you. I get you.
Yeah.
So what
And
kind of?
I have
Go
three
ahead.
brothers, and one of them's a blues musician.
Oh wow.
So he would teach me a bunch of blues stuff. You can hear it in some Templar stuff.
Yeah, yeah. You can't actually. That's good because a lot of, well, the blues and rock and roll kind of go hand in hand. I feel early blues,
Yeah.
especially. I mean, and then a lot of the leads are you can use for rock and roll. I mean, it's just so yeah.
Blues
You
scale.
can't. I know exactly what you're saying now. I could definitely hear it in my head how you can have some of the blues sound in Templar.
Mhm.
So that's cool. It's wonderful. So
Mhm.
who does most of your designing, like for your projects?
Um, that's a good question.
Do you do
Phil
any
handles
graphic
that.
designing yourself?
Early stuff I did, like the first album, Return of Jack LaMallet, the first Phase 2 release was something I did. Out of the Darkness, did the cover for that. This was pretty random. We've had Alto do cartoons for the Vulture Rock releases. Um, yeah, it's been just a lot of random people. I haven't really been
Yeah.
involved in the artwork in the past couple of releases.
Okay. Awesome. So anybody you like to say thanks and give a little bit of praise to for your success? Oh, did it freeze again?
Mhm.
Anybody you like to thank for your success so far for the Templars?
I'd like to thank everybody that's supported us over the years. The fans that come to the shows, the promoters who put our shows on. It's all,
Yeah.
What made us what we are, and couldn't do it without them.
No, you can't. You can't. We all help each other out, man, in the scene. Iron sharpens iron, man. I don't know how to say it better than that. That's like one of my favorite sayings,
Mhm.
iron sharpens iron. Is I mean, I mean, why do it by yourself anyways? You know how lonely that would be? If you didn't have
Mhm.
people involved helping you out, sharing ideas, sharing thoughts, sharing, things that matter and making tracks about it. There ain't nothing better than that. Having people to
Mhm.
have your back like that. So that's awesome.
Mhm.
Now, you plan on having any YouTube like stuff happening? Do you have any YouTube
I don't
channel? Nothing like
know.
that. You
No.
don't, huh? You keep it simple, huh?
Yeah. Even my social media presence is pretty sporadic, you know,
It was hard to
time
get a hold of you.
consuming.
I'm not gonna lie, it was hard, but I did it. No, it's all right. It's just because I'm a pain in the ass and I'm very pushy. No, I'm persistent. How about that? I'm persistent. I'm trying. So, anyways, so I really do appreciate your time. I know that you have a busy life, and everybody. I had other people actually ask about your band. You have them on or whatever. I'm trying. I got one of them on already. I'm trying. But it was more of a before the dawn type of interview. It wasn't a Templar interview. In fact, I even told him during the interview, "Oh, we're not going to talk about it really. We'll have that for another day." So I didn't want to waste his time, and because his project was pretty amazing itself. Because I grew up loving goth rock. The Cure is one of my favorite bands. Still, I mean, even till today, so I have, and the Sisters of Mercy, obviously, and stuff. Got them on my arm. I love them, but it's.
Yeah.
I think that each scene though is almost like instruments. Each instrument can be used for certain emotions. And you know, like a piano and a guitar don't speak the same language. They don't. I mean,
You can play in a certain key.
but they release different emotions. Is what I'm getting at. With with me, I can just sit back and be at peace and play piano for an hour or more, and just relax and let certain things out. And it speaks to me differently than if I put on a guitar and start jamming out and get rocking, and it's the same way, I mean, that's the way I look at it. And because there's so much different stuff going on inside of us, man. Different concepts and dramas and life itself, everything it pours out on us. So I just feel that it's nice to have that different, like listening to different genres kind of helps me feel a little more complete. That's why I have such a deep love and respect for, because a lot of those are based off of branches off of punk rock anyways, and punk rock was my first love, just like you with Ramones. I still listen to Ramones all the time. I love them, absolutely love them. No, timeless, and that's what's important about creating music. In each genre is creating timeless music. And I feel that your band is definitely creating timeless music, and I feel you guys are gonna be around a long time. I mean, just want you to know from one person that listens to it, I do appreciate it as a fan and now as a friend, but I do appreciate it. And thank you for all your hard work that you've done through these years. And hopefully it continues to pay off, and hopefully you guys just continue to do what you do best and speak that truth, speak it from your heart, kick some ass. And I don't know what else to say, but thank you. I do appreciate you. So, anything you like to?
Thank you. Thanks for being here.
You're very welcome.
I was going to say thank you for giving me a voice.
Yeah. Definitely, Carl. Definitely. Anything else you like to say? Get off your chest.
No, I'll say thank you to you again and to all your listeners. Thanks for giving me the time.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I noticed today 95,000 people have been clicking into the show just the past 28 days. Yeah, so I'm very grateful for that. I'm grateful for my listeners, grateful for the people that are most of them are band members. So that's mainly who I deal with. I deal with band members and bands and all day, solo artists. And so I'm grateful to have a community of people that I can just, communicate with You know what I mean? I'm grateful. Me being a musician, I'm
Mhm.
grateful to be able to have this outlet for musicians to be able to speak their mind a little bit, you know? So if
Yeah.
you guys, if you want, you can come back again when you have your new vinyl out or whatever. Just hit me up, and
Yeah.
you're always welcome. We could do a little promo, and you can come on, talk
Okay.
about your album and talk about the tracks, and give us an update of future stuff going on and all that good stuff. Okay.
Yeah. Sounds good.
No, buddy. Well, more rock and less cock
Thank
here
you.
on the Roosta Show. We had Carl Templar, and I appreciate you, sir. You take care of yourself and bless your family and the regular and your bandmates. And much love to you both. Much love to all of you
All
guys.
right.
Thank you. Take care of yourself.
Thank
Thank
you.
you again for your time, sir.
Right.
Cheers.